almost afternoon, but good morning, everyone. I'm Nilakhi Nath. I'm from Mumbai. I have done my physiotherapy, bachelor's in physiotherapy. Currently, I'm working with a healthcare company. And yeah, that's about my introduction. My gratitude to ma'am. I found ma'am on Facebook a year back, and since then I've been in touch and I've been asking ma'am when can I actually join the course, and finally I could do it this time. I would also like to say or pay gratitude to my husband. He has been very, very supportive throughout this weekends. Every time I sit for a lecture, he has been there serving food at night when I'm studying, to doing dishes. So he has done everything possible to help me through. And also my family, because they have been a complete support. They have always encouraged me to study further, learn more. With that, I would like to start my presentation. And as you can see, it is changes in care during puberty. Now, before we start with the presentation, I would like to probably start with a small story. I belong from Assam, that is northeast of India. And in the first essay, my Manak, I had written, I'm sure ma'am will remember, how we celebrate Manak in northeastern part of India, specifically Assam. The reason why I'm sharing this quick story with you is because I'm not really sure if you guys are aware of what happens during the first Manak at that side of India. So Rajaswala Paricharya is very relevant to what we follow during our first Manak. We sleep separately, we sleep on the ground, we feed on fruits and vegetables, raw fruits, vegetables, plain food, no masala, no spices. We try to take care of ourselves. I have not done meditation, honestly. I did not know at that point of time how meditation would heal me. But a lot of things that is mentioned in Rajaswala Paricharya is actually followed towards the eastern part of India. And a lot of people are not aware of it, and female or girls feel very shy why it is celebrated, but it is actually celebrated almost like wedding, because you get new clothes, you get new gifts, people come wish you, they wish you well. It is basically celebrating womanhood and their sensuality, their sexuality, everything is celebrated. And it's obviously the first period that is celebrated, not the following periods, but that's something that happens towards the northeastern part of India. And with that, I would like to now gradually shift towards my topic, that is change and care during puberty. Now, what happens in puberty? Let me just, can you see my slide, ma'am? Okay. Now, what is puberty? Puberty is basically a process of physical changes through which a child's body matures into an adulthood, usually between 18 to 14 for girls and 12 to 16 for boys. Now, the age at which puberty hits a particular individual can be different. It can be before it can be later than 14 also. And also, I'm not just saying that puberty hits a girl, it also hits a boy. But why we are talking about a girl's puberty is because there are some major changes that happens in a girl's puberty, especially like I've mentioned, menarche. It's the onset of your menstruation for the rest of your life or for the rest of your reproductive phase. So what happens during this period, or what changes do we see during this period, are there are physical, emotional, and mental changes. But the most prominent changes that you get to see are, first is breast development. One of the earliest sign that you see is a breast development. What happens in that? Around the base of the nipple, there is a lump that you will probably see growing. There is tenderness, there's soreness around the breast. You also see body hair. Body hair is finer. Earlier during puberty, your body hair becomes coarser. Around the say pubic area, you start getting hair, underarms, your legs and hands. Now this is where you start seeing hair. Body hair could also be one of the first sign of puberty. Now, increase in height. In girls, you will see that there is a spurt, there's a faster growth of height versus boys. Boys will see a gradual growth in height, whereas girls during the puberty time, they grow immediately. They see a faster rate. In fact, I had also seen that during my puberty, I grew taller, faster than versus my other friends. Now, what happens next is your hip becomes wider, right? Your hip grows wider and your waist becomes narrower. It appears to be narrow because your hip is getting wider. You see acne and body odor. Acne in your face, acne probably on shoulders, back of your, back, upper back, then your chest area may also start, you may also start seeing some acne around that area. Body odor, because you start perspiring, sweating more, and there is growth of underarm hair. So body odor is also something that girls may see, not necessarily all girls, but some girls may see that there is a particular body odor that they are, observing. Vaginal discharge is also very common. A few, sometimes girls pay attention, and if they are paying attention, they'll be able to see white or clear discharge of, vaginal discharge. Obviously, in their panty line or in the panty itself, they'll be able to see that there's some sort of discharge. That is also something that indicates to puberty. And menstruation. Now, the range of puberty is given because it is not necessary that the moment you hit puberty, you're going to get your menstruation. It may happen in a couple of months, or it may take about a year or so for you to hit menstruation. So menstruation is nothing like earlier in the earlier slides also, my other friends have explained. During menstruation, you're basically waiting for your sperm to come and get fertilized with the egg. If that doesn't happen, then it sheds along with the endometrium in the form of blood from the vagina. So that's menstruation. And the first time that you get your periods is called as menarche. These are some physical changes. Now, what kind of bodily or let's say emotional and mental changes that a girl or a boy they see? Mood swings, being irritable, being very anxious, overly emotional, being very sensitive, getting angry very easily, or at the same time becoming extremely sad. These are ranges of emotion that you will see a young child is going through, and in a short span of time. In the morning, you might feel very happy, but by the evening, you are very sad, extremely low. And that happens because of the hormones which are changing in your body. Predominantly estrogen, LSH, and FH is the one which is controlling the entire physical changes, mental changes, and emotional changes. And because of the fluctuation or increase and decrease in the hormones, these mood swings or these changes in the physical body and the mental aspect is also seen. Attraction towards the opposite gender. Now, because you are developing secondary sexual features also, along with the sense of what sexuality is, you start getting attracted to the opposite gender. You find the opposite gender more attractive, or you are at least curious about it. So this is one of the emotional change that happens. Being self-conscious. Self-conscious, why? Because now you are at that stage where your peer pressure is a lot. So you are looking out for your friend looks out at you. They may see how you look, how you appear, whether you're confident, whether you look good or not, whether you're well dressed or not. All these things matter. And in today's world, if I have to make it relevant, more relevant, because it is all about social media, you have to be really, or the children of that age, they feel that they really have to be there on top. They have to look good. They have to be approachable. They have to be, appealing. Because of that, there's this self-conscious. If you're not up to the mark as per the society standards, you feel you are not enough. You become self-conscious, looking at yourself or the way you talk or the way you appear. Low self-esteem. Now, being self-conscious also impacts your esteem. You feel low esteem, your self-esteem becomes low, and it actually impacts psychologically, and it plays a very, very important role deciding whether you're going to be happy or you're going to be sad. If you have a low self-esteem, there's a very high chance that it will impact how you perceive the world and how you perceive your emotions, how you are letting it impact your day-to-day life. Staying aloof. Generally, this is the time when teenagers, try to stay away from their, or they want a gap or space from their parents. Now they're moving into a teenage, phase, and they want to get along with their friends more. They probably want to go for a movie, but not with you anymore. They want to go out with their friends. So that space is something that they need. So these are some of the emotional changes that you will see in a teenager or in a young child who's entering puberty, going through puberty. Okay. Now, what kind of care that we need to take during puberty? Eating a balanced diet. Now, what do you mean by balanced diet? It's the composition of macro and micronutrients, not just your normal food that we are having, we have to also ensure that our nutrition is proper when we are giving it to our child. So including carbs, your proteins, your fiber, fruits and vegetables, through which you are going to get your micronutrients like vitamins and minerals, that is important. So that kind of a balanced diet. Eating food high in omega-3. Why omega-3? Because omega-3 actually helps you to improve your skin and hair. This is the time that every girl or guy is getting more and more acne. So having a high content of omega-3 actually helps them to improve their skin and their hair quality. Drinking plenty of water. Water is what we are made of. So I cannot stress it more that you should be drinking enough water, because this is also a time when you are very agile and active. So you're perspiring a lot. So if you're not drinking enough water, there is a possibility you're going under dehydration. Avoiding soft drinks. Caffeine is something which is there in soft drink everywhere, and caffeine is generally also not good for your body. So avoiding soft drinks, avoiding that kind of sugar, unnecessary sugar which is not required in your body, is helpful. Also, having soft drinks on a daily basis can add up to your overall weight. Maintaining personal hygiene. Since girls go through menstruation, obviously they have to maintain a personal hygiene. They have to take shower every day. They have to ensure that they're cleaning that area, changing their pads or cotton cloth, whatever they use, on a regular basis, ensuring it is not wet all the time, keeping it clean, maybe using some sort of, let's say, cotton or something to wipe it every time it is too wet. So these are kind of personal hygiene that you have to follow. Odor also comes. A lot of girls may also smell foul because they are now generating more sweat and have underarm hair. So that can also be taken care of in natural way by using rose water or probably lemon. That these kind of fragrances can help you. Getting enough sleep, very, very important. During this growing stage, your growth hormones really work only when you're having a proper sleep. If you're not getting enough sleep, your growth hormones are not going to grow in your body, not the way at the optimum level. So getting enough sleep, and not just sleep, deep sleep. Sleep is something that you can sleep for 8 to 10 hours, but if you're not getting deep sleep, undisturbed sleep, there's no point. So having good sleep is very important. And rest and relaxation. Now, everyone has a different way of resting or relaxing his or her body, but you can introduce some sort of relaxation techniques via yoga. And yoga can actually be one of the ways you push your child or nudge your child into the right direction to balance the energy. As ma'am had mentioned in the earlier class, that when you're transitioning from childhood to your puberty, that is from kapha dosha to your pitta dosha, there are two components which are there, water and fire. The energy is going in opposite direction. To channelize that energy, yoga is very important. Some sort of other exercises like walking, running can also be done. But introducing yoga at this time, at the level of puberty, is very, very helpful in order to balance that energy and to guide the child in the right direction. Now, what kind of yoga that we should be doing? I'm just explaining a routine sort of. So what can we start with? Shukshma Vyayam, in English, warm-ups. So in order to release your joints and your muscles from a state of cold where it is not, the elasticity is not more, you start doing your warm-up. So Shukshma Vyayam includes your neck rotations, your hand rotations, leg rotations, ankle and knee, everything. Then you can move on to Surya Namaskar. These are combination of asanas which you can do and which are very popularly done by everybody and anybody in today's time. So you can stretch your muscles, you can help your muscles to now become a little bit more flexible. Then you can go on to standing poses. Standing poses include Tada Asana, Utkata Asana, Uttanna Asana. I would also like to say that there are so many poses, but I have only clubbed a few because explaining all the poses during this short period of time would not be possible. So I've taken only a few in this. So these are 3 poses which you can do. How standing poses help you is it helps you in improving your lower body strength. It helps you in improving your strength from gluteus, ankle, your hamstrings, your quadricep muscles. All these muscles are strengthened by doing these asanas. You can also improve your posture by doing an asana like Tada Asana, Garuda Asana, Uttita Hastapadam Asana, Adho Mukshwana Asana. These are all asanas which are going to help you increase the lower body strength and also align your body to improve the posture. And it is also very, very good for balance and focusing. Like Garudasana, you can focus, you can improve your focus and balance here. Now some sitting poses or asanas: Paschimottanasana, Badhakona Asana, Chakki Chalana Asana, Padmasana. Now these combination, if you see, the benefit of all these asanas are majorly towards the abdominal muscles. It improves the strength of the abdominal muscle. Also, it improves the digestion quality. It also improves the menstruation cycle, improves any sort of pain or cramps that you may have. It also improves the working of the internal organs. And with Padmasana, it can also improve the focus and concentration in a child. Supine poses or poses that can be done lying on your back: Pavan Muktasana, Naukasana. Again, Pavan Muktasana is very, very good for relieving your wind, which is also called as wind relieving pose. Helps you to improve your digestion by allowing the gas to pass. Naukasana helps you again improving your abdominal strength or core strength, as we say, which includes your back and your front of the abdomen. Relaxation poses like Balasana and Shavasana. Again, these poses helps you to bring down the energy from your body. It helps you to relax your body, and that can also be introduced in a routine when you are teaching asanas or yoga to the children. Pranayam that should be included: yogic breathing and Anulom Vilom. Yogic breathing, now generally when we breathe, we don't use our abdominal muscles. We generally use our thorax or clavicular muscles. But yogic breathing teaches you to how use diaphragm to its maximum by inhaling from the abdomen, allowing your abdomen to swell, then thorax and then clavicle. And then while exhaling, allowing your clavicle to first come down, then thorax and then abdomen. So this is the right way of breathing. Yogic breathing is what should be taught. Anulom Vilom, again, alternate nostril breathing. You can introduce hold also or without hold also. If you do inhale from a nostril and exhale from the other nostril, and then the same pattern the other way around, can also help you improve your focus, concentration. It will reduce your stress because in the presence of O2, oxygen, the stress hormones comes down in your body. So that's how pranayama actually scientifically work in the body. So that's how you can help your child or help the youngsters to channelize their energy by pranayam and meditation. I'm sorry, I've not included that in the slide, but meditation is also a very, very important thing that can be introduced at this time so as to improve the focus and concentration of the children or of the youngsters who are during this, who are entering puberty or are living the puberty phase. Some common benefits of yoga for growing children. Yoga helps to make the transition between kapha to pitta dosha smoother. It also helps improve the physical, mental, and emotional health, as explained or mentioned earlier. It will help you to bind your emotions along with your physical activities. So whatever kind of yoga or exercise that you do, it will help you to, at the end of the day, balance your energies, balance your emotions. And having a balanced emotion is the right way to move forward. Because at this time of puberty, youngsters have a lot of energy and a lot of confusion, questions in their mind. So by doing yoga, it will help you to answer those questions, make you more self-confident. Like it says in the next point, it improves self-esteem, confidence, and body image. The idea of having a perfect body is then, taken out, because there is no perfect body. You love your body, you love the way you are. That confidence is built in the youngsters by doing yoga. It improves the ability to focus because of dhyan, because of breathing exercises and the asanas which requires your focus. It improves the ability to focus, and eventually it helps you to get better scores in academically going forward as well. It reduces stress and anxiety, as I've mentioned during pranayam. The O2 enters your body and the stress level comes down. That's cortisol comes down. So that way it helps you to bring down your anxiety and your stress. And at the end, it helps in developing discipline. It is a method through which you can create a routine for the youngsters. And that way, anyone who's going through puberty will have a routine to follow. And with that routine, it will be more disciplined. So that brings me to the end of the PPT. I hope it has helped you and it has helped me a lot. Thank you so much for bearing with me. Thank you, ma'am.